welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I thought I would compare some footage from the past GoPros. I personally have owned the GoPro Hero 5, the GoPro Hero 8 and the GoPro Hero 9, and I have lots of footage from each model. So today I think I am going to show you footage of me swimming with some dolphins on each of the GoPros. Just keep in mind that when I started filming with the Hero 5, I didn't really have much idea about the settings, and also I didn't used to edit the footage in post, so I didn't do any color grading or stuff like that. So it's literally just footage straight out of the GoPro without changing the settings that much. Whereas with the Hero 8 and 9, I did a little bit of research and started to learn how to make the footage look better. So there's going to be that difference, but even then I think it's going to be a good reference to use, so you know which GoPro you're gonna want to buy. I'm gonna quickly put up the prices of each GoPro as of 2021 March right now. And as you can see, the Hero 5 and the Hero 8 is gonna be a lot cheaper than the Hero 9. So you might wanna think about getting those instead. I started using the Hero 5 a couple of years ago. With the Hero 5, I was just using the settings that came with the camera, and I filmed most of my footage at 1080 with 60 frames per second. I think the biggest thing that you're going to notice is that there's a lot of shaking in the video, whereas with the newer models there's the stabilization built in with the hypersmooth. So I think that is one of the things that's seriously missing when using the Hero 5 underwater. Now we're looking back at the first clip, but this time I slowed it down to 24 frames from 60 frames. Also color corrected it a little, added some sharpness and contrast to make it look as good as I can make it look. Even after the editing, you can see a lot of shaking in the footage, which would be resolved with the newer models, I think. And also, this was shot on a pretty much perfect day with really good weather and very good clarity in the water. So with the newer models, the footage was going to look even more crisp and detailed. Now we're moving on to the footage filmed with the GoPro Hero 8 Black. The first thing that you're going to see is that the stabilization is so much better with the hypersmooth built into the system compared to the Hero 5. And also, I shot these clips in 4K 60 frames, which you couldn't do with the Hero 5 Black. I think you could only go to 4K 30 frames, so that's another improvement, and you can see that the clips look a lot more detailed and crisp compared to the Hero 5. And finally onto the clip shot with the Hero 9. I personally think that there's not that much of a difference between the clip shot on the Hero 8 and Hero 9. I'm sorry that these are shot on different days with different lighting, so you can't really compare them directly. But one thing I can say is that I think the new hypersmooth on the Hero 9 is a little bit better. But there is not a big enough difference to warrant an upgrade between the Hero 8 and 9 if you already have the Hero 8. So one thing about filming underwater is that, of course, the model of the camera or the GoPro does matter to a certain extent, but what I find is more important than that is the condition that you're filming in. So if you're filming on a bright sunny day with really good clarity underwater, then that footage is going to look a lot better, even if you film it with an older camera. So I'm just going to quickly show you an example of this. This clip I shot on the GoPro Hero 8. It looks really nice, and this is one of my favorite clips I've taken of dolphins underwater. And after that, I'm going to show you a clip taken with the Hero 9, but on a less optimal day. And you're going to see that the clip taken with Hero 8 is going to look a lot nicer than the clip taken with the Hero 9, although Hero 9 is the newer model out of the two. So the last two clips that I showed you were taken with the Hero 8 and Hero 9, and they were also color graded in DaVinci Resolve. So if you want to see how to do that, I have tutorials on my channel that I'm going to link in the description below. Also, I did list out the settings for each of the GoPro videos I took, but if you want more detailed settings and guides on how to get the best underwater footage, then you can also refer to this video that I'm going to tag below, which has all of the tips that I like to use when filming underwater. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.